All right, so this is the core component of the spray applied lance. It's a 375 CFM air compressor, and it drives the lance. Basically, the lance, when you open it, creates a vacuum that sucks the hempcrete through this box. And there's a pair of Archimedes screws that turn at different rates and feed the hoses. And then here you can see the lance. This is how you shoot it at the wall. So we've got an air line coming in the back and the two feed hoses. And this system is predicated on the binder. The binder is very specific to this system. It's a natural cement binder with a little bit of hydrated lime and some other additives that make it sticky so that you can actually do a 6-foot, 8-foot wall section at one time. So we're mixing it in a mortar style mixer, which is different from a cement mixer because it has paddles that move on the inside as opposed to a bell that rotates like a concrete mixer. So it's a little bit better for agitating the mix and getting it consistent. So you can see here, this is the herd. This is from France. We're importing it because they have a very uniform, regular product that's very well taken care of. So you can see there's no microbiota from the retting process. There's very little dust, hardly any fiber. And it's actually certified by a third-party professional body in France, very much like our United States Hemp Building Association called the Construire en Chanvre, and they certify raw materials and best practices specifically for building with hemp. So we're using a premium product because it's important with the early projects here in the United States to have success and to use the right products. So we're going to take what we know and what we learn from this and share it with farmers here so that we can get to this product locally. We've got several here in Pennsylvania that we're working with to get to that point. So
cool. And then so what, you mix the water? Can you talk that process?
Sure. So yeah, we take about 3.5, well, each mix takes about 6.5 gallons of water. We're splitting it down into 2 batches because our mixer is a little bit smaller. And as you saw, it works fine as long as you have people moving through. So we're weighing out the appropriate amount of binder and herd and then combining it in the mixer. And this is a little bit different than the normal cast in place style. You actually introduce the binder dry to the herd, let it homogenize, and then you add the water. Whereas with the cast in place, we're mixing the lime binder and the water together first, then we introduce that to the herd. So a little bit different. Again, this system is very specific to the binder that we're using. It's the key to all of it. So
cool. And then that gets dumped into the.
Yep. And then yeah, you mix them together in that mixer, and then it gets dumped out on the table, and you rake it into the hopper as it's being projected at the wall. So we'll wait for about 2 days until that dries enough to where we can screed it down. And then about 6 weeks from now, it'll be ready for plaster.